Hello crafters, today I'm going to be showing you 5 watercolour marker techniques, and the markers I'm using today are my Docrafts Artiste Watercolour Markers, the 36 pack, my favourite watercolour markers. And the first technique I'm going to be showing you is how to stamp with watercolour markers. And this is perfect, they're actually perfect for stamping because you can put 2 colours onto one stamp and do it in a very nice way, which is something you don't really get that good with ink pads, even the smaller ink pads. So I'm using my All-to-New Flower Garden set and a Lawn Fawn Chit Chat stamp set, and I'm going to colour in the stamps and then spraying it once or twice, actually a lot, but I don't think the spray bottle was working very well, just to stamp it down, and there you have it. And you can get one part one colour and one part the other colour, and then I re-stamped it again. And that's really the beauty of watercolour markers for stamping. So the second technique is kind of a technique I just kind of came up with myself, and that's actually going over a stencil with watercolour markers and just going around the edge. It gives you a really different look, and I think it highlights this kind of Moroccan tile from the Crafters Workshop perfectly. And so I'm just going around the edge with my markers, and I did lots of different colours, and I think this is a really fun technique. It ideally goes like obviously very well with this tiles, but it would look beautiful with like flowers, as I show it's coming up, or little polka dots or something like that. Polka dot stripes would be very nice as well. So yeah, that's a little idea. And when you take it off, it shows like this. And obviously you can do them all the same colour. You can fill them in if you want, but I chose actually not to for this one. But on this one I actually am filling it in. So I'm using a Tim Holtz stencil called Doily, and it's one of his tag stencils, and it fits pretty well onto a card base, just with like an inch on each side. So I'm just colouring in all the little bits. I'm filling them in entirely, and you can do as much or as little as you want. I chose to do a lot just for the purposes of this video. And when you take it off, you can see it looks like that, and you can see the flowers and the doilies. I'm very happy with that. And the next thing is how to colour with your watercolour markers. I'm using one of my favourite stamp set ever by the All-to-New Garden Treasure stamp set, and so I stamped that down with some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I stamped it down twice, and I stamped it down twice. I thought I lined them up, but I didn't. And now I'm going to be colouring them in. So the way I normally colour in is with at least these markers. I go in the place that I want the shadow, and I put down my marker, and then I blend it out. I find that's what works best for me, and they really do blend out perfectly, so there's almost no line at all. So you can do it with this, and you don't have to go to the acrylic block beforehand. And so I think they're very good for colouring, and that's why I mainly use them for. And you can layer 2 colours if you want, but I actually chose not to. And this is just a bit more detail, as you can see. Actually, I did do a bit of layering. Anyway, so I just add 1 colour, and yeah. Another little technique I thought of using the Crazy Bird stamp set by Tim Holtz is to do little dots and then blend them out. It gives you a little different technique, gives you a different look, which I think is very fun. So I just did lots of different dots. You can either do them in the dark space, or use darker colours in the darker space and lighter colours in the lighter ones, which is what I actually did here. And then just blend that out, and you get a different kind of look. And the last technique is a very fun one. It's like a smooching technique or something like that. So how you do it is you get your acrylic block, and you scribble your watercolour marker all across it, and then put some water down, and then stamp that down. And it's a well-known technique, but it works really well with watercolour markers. And you can layer them. You can do just one, you can add a lot of water, a little water. I chose to put a lot of water in my case. And yeah, so that's all for today. If you have any watercolor techniques, please tell me them down below, and I'll try to do them. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.